Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Bengt. Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're talking about how to deal with a breakup, specifically a long-term relationship. This video is from my man Luke. He sent me a message on Instagram saying, hey, he had gone through like a 4-year relationship almost with a girl he had been with since like high school or whatever, and wanted to see if I could make a video for him about, specifically how to deal with and manage a long-term breakup. So there's a lot of different things that we can talk about right now, a lot of different things that I want to kind of touch on. I guess to start is how you can handle yourself after the breakup and how you can kind of deal with and cope with the, process of separating yourself from that person. The first thing is understand that it's going to feel really, really shitty for the first however long, especially if you're the one that kind of like got broken up with. If you're the one that's initiating it, oftentimes there's a reason why you did that. So, maybe you feel a little bit differently, but it still probably hurts inside, because at the end of the day, if you spend, in this case, 4 years, my longest relationship ever has been pretty much about the same, 3.5, almost 4 years. And, it's like you can't go that long being with somebody without still having some sort of feelings for them at the end of it, even when it's all said and done. And some advice that I would give you, Luke, if you're watching this, and to anybody else is, after those long-term relationships, shit gets like kind of messy. You know what I mean? It's hard to be with someone for that long and not like burn bridges or whatever. If you can do it in a peaceful, friendly way, that's cool. But in my experience, it was like, it's just really, really hard. And honestly, like, there was a period of time after we had broken up and we were still like kind of hooking up and shit. And that just like, bro, don't complicate it anymore. If you've decided to like pull the plug on that, I would recommend just like, kind of cutting that person off. And that way you can truthfully start the healing process. You know what I mean? If you're still kind of going back and forth or like trying to be friends or like hanging out still and shit, it's really, really hard for you to not still have those kind of emotional webs and strings that get attached to that person. So, I understand that it's difficult because you probably still feel that some type of way for that person. You can't spend 4 years with someone and not, but the best thing to do would just be like, if you've decided that this is done, just have it be done so you can start moving on and working on yourself. Another thing that you said was that you had started going to the gym and you had just crushed like your second, leg workout and, second time going to the gym for the day. And that's the healthy way to do it, man. Like, understand that a breakup is actually an opportunity for you to get better as a person. Now, without getting all like mystical and like woo-ha, whatever, I truthfully believe that relationships are just like anything else in life. It might be a job, might be a school, might be a, friend or whoever, you know what I mean? Life is this kind of revolving door, and things, people, events, places, they all come in and out of our lives at certain times for certain reasons. Oftentimes it's to bless us with something or to teach us a lesson. And as long as you can walk away from any relationship feeling like you've learned something and become a better version of yourself, if you can take that lesson or whatever it is that you feel like you've gained, or the experience and the knowledge about not only yourself but also about women or other, just how relationships work, if you leave a relationship with an added sense of knowing about yourself in relationships in general or women in general, then that's still a win for you, man. And if you can take those lessons that you learned and successfully integrate them into your life and into your next relationship, and also if you use the pain that you're experiencing during this breakup to fuel your self-improvement, then it's really only a win for you. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but for girls, the process of breaking up and moving on can happen kind of quickly. You know what I mean? Sexually, women just have an abundance of options. And so for them to move on and, find another dude, it can happen pretty quick. Guys, as unemotional and as like stoic and whatever as we might want to seem, long-term relationships can kind of like scramble you up a little bit. So don't be in a rush also to like go out and, start something new. Take your time that you need to like really learn from and integrate, like I said, the lessons and the things that you learned from this relationship. And also take that like tinge of pain, take that like hurt that you're feeling on the inside, and turn that into something productive, whether it be going to the gym. I know you said you're doing that, which is awesome. That's literally like what I would do too. Take it to the gym, take it to business, use it to make money, make muscles, you know what I mean? Do things that are gonna make you a better man so that you can attract a better partner than the person that you just broke up with. That is how a man levels up after a breakup. For a girl, she could just go out and, you know, has a plethora of dudes lined up already. You know, it's whatever for them. But for a guy, if you want to utilize that breakup to the most potential, you got to level up and use that shit to fucking push you farther, and you know, use that as fuel and motivation for you to start doing the things that maybe you were sleeping on, or maybe that you were lacking or putting to the side when you were in a relationship because you were comfortable. That's the biggest thing that happens with men in relationships, is they get comfortable and they slow down and they start to prioritize their woman slightly more than their goals and whatever it was that they had before that, where it was like they had nothing going on, so they just were only focused on themselves and their mission. And that's something that's really powerful, that you kind of lose a little bit of that edge when you're in a relationship. I think that, you know, inherently super masculine guys can still maintain it, but even to the slightest degree, you know, when you're around a woman, it softens those hard, rigid edges that you have as a man. And that's a blessing, and that can be a good thing. But if you let that creep in and start to, you know, leak and dissolve and, you know, kind of reduce the power that you hold your frame with, then it could be detrimental to you and your purpose, and you can start to feel like less of a man after a long period of time, especially 4 years in a relationship. That's a long time. You know, you haven't had the full focus put on yourself in a long time. So utilize this period of time right now to tap back into yourself, revitalize the pieces of you that you feel like you maybe let go a little bit during the relationship. Tap back in with that, tap back in yourself, go to the gym, focus on making some fucking money, get yourself leveled up in life, and then that way you can focus on attracting a better partner for yourself, because you'll be in a totally different position than you were when you were in this relationship. So I really hope that helped, man. You know, I wish you the absolute best. Keep leveling up, keep doing your thing. Nothing but good things ahead, you know what I mean? Like I said, everything happens for a time, for a reason, for a lesson, and bro, she just ain't the one. That's plain and simple. Like, that just wasn't supposed to be it, you know what I mean? There's always like people that we think are, you know, here for certain things, and they're not. They might not be, you know what I mean? So keep pushing, brother. Luke, if you're watching this, man, thanks for the video topic. I hope it helped you. If any of you guys have specific topics you want me to talk about in videos in the future, I'll have a link down in the bottom of the description of this video where you can submit some stuff for that. And yeah, I hope you guys found it helpful. If you made it to the end of the video, you're a real one. Drop a like for me, comment what you think about this topic, and subscribe if you haven't already. Love you guys. Stay strong, stay blessed, stay dangerous. I'll catch you on the next one, all right? Peace.